and welcome to yet another episode of Funny Talk with Mangelli and Max, the next best thing to entertainment. I'm Tom Mangelli, and this is my co-host, Doug Max. Say hi, Doug.
Hi, Tom. You were trying to think of what to call me. I'm glad you called me your co-host. You stumbled a bit. We're so pleased. We're so pleased to have back on the one comedian that I've talked about repeatedly. I think I've talked about this comedian more than any other comic on our show as the only person that's been on our show who I would never have come back, we would never invite back. Yes. We broke down. I had an epiphany. I had a bourbon.
One bourbon.
I'm having now one now. Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful, the scintillating, our friend, great person, incredibly funny human being, bald, black, and beautiful.
Yeah.
Jerrold Benford.
Yes. Woo! What's going on? What's going on? My two favorite people.
And Doug.
You have a woman in your life. We better not be your two favorite people. What did you say, Tom? Tom is a big, fat, ugly. You like him better than me?
I love Tom. That's my home skillet right there. He's not as much of a skillet as you are, Doug. Our skillet is deeper. That sounds horrible on every level.
Listen, Tom fills every skillet with, you know something? You fry this guy down, you boil him down, you're getting like, I don't know what, enough biodiesel. You and I could travel across the country and go on our comedy tour on the biodiesel from Tom's excess.
No, Tom is big bone.
Fat, you can make candles till doomsday.
Tom is just big bone, Stop it. He's just.
It'll be the new miracle of Hanukkah. We thought we only had enough oil for 10,231 candles.
Defend yourself, Tom. You were,
Oh no, I'm fat.
On the moon, he's only 32 pounds. Okay, let's look at it like that.
He gets even with me by. He gets even, Jerrold, with me by reminding people that I never get any laughs when I do comedy. So he deserves what he gets.
Hey, I did a show with you where you crushed. Remember we did that show? We were in like some snooty neighborhood that night. Remember? It was a packed house and you had a monster set that night. Don't even try it. Remember? Come on, Doug. You remember.
Did I? What was it? I don't know. Want to know something though? Not every time, but it had been a regular thing up until COVID where I kept on thinking that the last set I had was the best set I had.
Okay.
And and then I realized I wasn't trying hard enough. So I tried harder and started really fucking up. And then I'd learn from my mistakes.
He's added bad words to it. Said, didn't I tell you that? More sex talk, more laughs.
I think you're right.
Stuff. We're going to be nasty and filthy. Filthy works.
So listen, I know filthy works, but you know something? For those fan of the show, for the fan of the show who will remember Jerrold's last appearance, we got many complaints from Jerrold.
Yes.
About Jerrold on his last, from all over the world.
That's
from all over the world. I quote from Bitwani Kwanzaa Swi from Pashtun, Afghanistan. He writes, Jerrold Benford sounds racist. I don't think he should be allowed back on the show.
Did he say it like that?
No, but
his first name is the actual sound that's made when you wipe your ass and your finger goes through it.
Bitwani.
Bitwani. There you go. Think about that. Think about it. Next time you wipe your ass, Doug.
The comedic stylings of
Jerrold
Benford.
For that matter.
I don't care, Doug. You're gonna be Tom. You too. Tonight when you wipe your ass, it's Swanee right there.
I can't even reach my ass.
What's that?
I can't even reach my ass.
Oh my Lord.
Tom, there is a new device that turns a toilet seat into a bidet. And if you have an electric outlet nearby, you can plug it in and end your life at the same time.
They actually have a portable bidet that you can get on Amazon.
Jerrold, that's an enema. You should
No,
read.
is that an electric cigarette, Doug?
Yeah, a vape. Yeah,
Doug,
just nicotine.
Guys, I would need a power washer.
Tom,
Doug.
you're moving. I bet there's an outdoor spigot. You get a 20, 40-foot garden hose, wiggle it through into the bathroom window. Tom, I'll help you rig it up.
To the shower. Right, Tom? Straight.
Yep.
You shit, shower. Don't even waste the toilet paper. Don't even waste it. Look at that.
So,
all right,
guys,
Doug, we gonna talk.
All those times I would make fun of Johnny Hollywood doing poop humor, and he's got nothing on you, man.
No, I haven't.
If you want to stop somebody from hitting you, if they're frightening you, you take a sock off, fill it up with crap. It doesn't matter. It could be dog, it could be your own, and you hit them in the face with it. They're gonna keep away from you.
Maybe, or they're gonna murder you. Murder you.
I would be pissed if somebody did that to me.
You won't be pissed. You'll be shitty.
That's right. I was thinking the same thing, Jerrold. Sick minds think alike.
Exactly.
Before we go too far down this rabbit hole, I want to bring up our wonderful sponsor, Jack Hoffman of J. Irwin Productions. If you want to put together a comedy show for a fundraiser, a private party at the house, a showcase at a restaurant, contact Jack at jirwinproductions.com. He's the guy to contact. He knows all the comics. He's great to work with, and satisfaction guaranteed. Right, Doug?
And comedy is guaranteed too. The satisfaction costs an extra $5, but it's well worth it.
Hey, can we go back down that rabbit hole?
Sure.
Doug's face, priceless. Tom, I love it. I love it.
If I didn't have this face, I would not be getting laughs. I'm not doing it with comedy.
There's two people I love to just talk nasty around. That's you and Natty Bumper Car. Those are my two favorite people to talk nasty around.
Because you can see us taking that in.
The cringe. You ever said something nasty to Natty Bumper Car? It's like saying something nasty.
I normally, something I'll tell you, I learned early on, it took me a couple years. I said something, I was at an open mic and I did this joke that was kind of tasteless against women. And don't worry, I'll tell you what it was. I thought it was hysterical, and you guys will think it was funny. But I realized you got to get along with people. And, like I learned a long time ago, when you go into a supermarket, don't be a dick to the people, because you're coming back to that supermarket. They're cutting your meat and giving you fish, and, you're going to see them repeatedly.
Don't mess with the butcher guy.
Same goes with waitresses.
Anyway, so no, I'm normally pretty,
I want to hear the tasteless woman joke. Come on, hit me with it.
Yeah.
I read an article that scientists had invented an artificial vagina.
Okay.
And there was a photograph of it. It looked like a translucent cannoli. Is that the dessert, Tom? An empty cannoli. Now it begins as an empty cannoli. No cream in the center. It begins empty.
How do you think the cream gets there?
Tom. That was a softball pitch. Anyway.
Hey, the guy
don't swing it.
The guy from India is going to be talking about you next time. What was his name again, Doug?
Bitwani Kwanzaniki Sui.
When you say
you didn't think it was a real person.
It sounds like snot shoots out your nose after you sneeze.
We already know what it sounds like to you, Jerrold. But then you would have made everything, any word you would have made sound like that if you needed to. Because that's the kind of person you are.
Yes, but that is wrong. That's wrong.
So my joke was open mic. This was at the Doug Karp's place, I think, if I'm not mistaken, years ago. And I'm in comedy, like a year and a half. A lot of women in the audience that night, our friends, the females. So my joke was, I read that there was an artificial vagina. And I thought I knew, and I had read that there's this device called a fleshlight to help men please themselves. And I know some enterprising scientist is going to combine the artificial vagina with a fleshlight, add some batteries and remote control, and guys will have, total control, and it's going to give women some competition. And, it was tasteless, of course. And I could tell the women were thinking, he's right. They're going to do that. And it's going to be serious competition. We got to step up our game. Anyway, it was kind of on the, for me, it was.
Did the ladies laugh? Did they laugh?
No, they looked at me like, I hope he leaves the comedy world in a week. It took me 2 or 3 years.
They basically looked at you like, you make sure you get one of those devices. That is your only hope.
It's the same thing with Tom. Tom says something tasteless. Tom says something tasteless. And then 2 years later, women come on the internet to talk about the trauma they suffered because of Tom's funny, inappropriate.
What is Tom doing?
He said, "Where's Waldo? Let's play Where's Waldo."
He looks like he's at a shady motel he just left, and there is a.
I am at a shady motel.
There's a prostitute's shoe hanging from under the bed, not hanging from under the bed. Tom is leaving.
We've had other faux pas. One time we did a show with this idiot comic, Steve Rinaldi, who observed that I still had a bottle of hand lotion on the window shelf. He's like, Doug, when you do a show, maybe you should take,
I see. For you guys should invent the Mangelli and Max lube dispenser attached to the desktop. You guys could make a lot of money with that. You attach it right there.
The what kind of dispenser?
It's a lube dispenser. So
the lube dispenser.
And it's touchless. You get a little dollop, and then and boom, there you go.
Jerrold, what sort of lube would you recommend we'd equip it with?
I would go with probably the icy hot KY.
You know what I'm thinking? Something that would enhance, something that would guarantee to make anything better than it is, something that would add smoothness and firmness and grandioseness.
It's disgusting, Tom. You're hearing this? Tom looks like he's like staring into women's cars to see what's
okay, so another note from a viewer, Julene Cezanne from Lourdes, France, wrote, I come from the holiest city in the world, and Jerrold Benford was disgusting selling that cream of his. How can you have somebody on a show that promotes a racist cream like that?
I think, hey, Doug, I think you, me, and Mangelli should book a flight to the holiest city in the world. We got the inserters and they got the holy. You want to go?
I would love to go, but honestly, Jerrold, if you give me if you give me $100, I'll give you an ounce of water that I happen to have from the famous Lourdes, France fountain.
That sounds disgusting, Tom.
Jerrold, the only thing I want holy is my Swiss cheese.
No. We are going to Lourdes, France, and we're going to get holy with the holiest.
So what other things?
Max leading the charge.
Tom said the only thing he likes holy is with Swiss cheese. I think there are other things that are holy that Tom likes.
Well, Tom makes his own Swiss cheese.
Jerrold, what are you doing these days? How have you survived? How have you been managing in COVID, keeping things together?
I've been trying to keep COVID going. I'm tired of the world getting back to normal. Traffic is getting heavy. I've been doing my part in keeping the disease alive. I like not going anywhere. I like virtual life. I hate traffic. And I'm not a people person anymore. This has really put me in my cage.
I've always been like that. I'm glad to have you with me, brother.
Yes. I'm so sick of seeing people on the road like, who are you?
But you know something? You think of it. Think of the hours Well, you're in a slightly different stratosphere comedy wise because people actually give you money. Me, they'll offer me $5 or $10 or whatever it might be. You know, it might be $35, whatever it is.
You get 35?
Hosting at Scotty's pays a whole 35.
Oh, man, you were bold.
Yep. Well, that's a starting point. You got a busboy. You got to be a busboy in every career. You know.
I get all my money from social media. I get a whole $11 online. I'm good. I don't have to leave or nothing. I'm done. I don't miss comedy.
It's so tough for so many people, and I really feel bad for people. And I feel the worst for the comics that were like all in comedy. And it started recently.
Don't feel sorry for them because they had 365 days to make the most incredible set ever. How many of them did it? How many of them were writing and making better sets and getting prepared for when the Comedy World opened? If they didn't, then they ain't all in. If they stay in the same stuff they said before COVID, after COVID.
This has been Funny Talk with Mongelli and Max and our guest, Jerrold Benford. Jerrold, thank you so much. The time, wow. Time went.
Wait a minute. I got a woman from, where is she from?
Here we go.
Let me get my
Ethiopia.
glasses.
Where do I buy Jerrold's cream?
Let me see. This woman is she's right here in the United States, Lower Manhattan. She wants to know, Tom, are you single? Are you single?
No, there are two of him.
I'm actually double, but I'm not married. That's what she wants to know.
That didn't answer. Are you single or are you taken?
No, I'm not taken. Believe it or not.
All right. Now, she says that you shouldn't be able to catch these herpes because they're slow moving. To her, the infection, she's finishing up an infection now. She's got about 2 weeks before they come back. Are you free with the, oh, wait. I'm sorry, Tom. This was Doug. She's talking about you.
What a relief.
Are you free, Doug? But you got
Doug is germ free.
You got to move quick. If you get
I am germ free. I also move very quick, and I am OCD. Perfect. I am OCD. Cool. I used to be a sprinter and a pole vaulter, which she'll like, but it'll keep me safe because I have a honey. I have a one. I have an everything.
Wait,
okay, honey. I said all that stuff you wrote down for me.
She says she didn't know you were pole vaulter, but now that she does, she has a brother who may be interested in.
Do you know my entire time pole vaulting? You know how the pole will flex as you go up and it springs you up. So when I started pole vaulting, the story that some asshole had told me in high school was that he had heard of a pole vaulter that went up, and as he's up, the pole split in half. He dropped on it and was impaled.
It sounds like
Doug Max bringing up
video I watched.
Who knows how to bring up a room?
So the guy was pole vaulting, and the pole split, and he was impaled.
It was a danger. So, what dangerous things have you guys done in life?
I pole vaulted once. I tried pole vaulting over a Polish midget.
Nice. Did it work? Or
no?
It turned out to be
after right now.
After the attempt, it was a Polish sausage.
He's got 2 Nikes hanging out his asshole right now. What was your question, Doug?
Colon blow. Those are Nikes. Well,
colon blow.
We're expanding. So what did I ask? If you've ever done anything frightening, like stupid, like jumping off a 100-foot cliff, climbing Mount Everest.
Let me see. What's the most dangerous thing I've done?
Yelling "Sturdy Jew" in Lakewood on a Friday night.
Not anymore. I stopped doing that.
That's good. Such a nice boy.
No, I once went through the catacombs under an abandoned insane asylum.
No, I'm pretty laid back. I don't do much of anything like that. I'm old now. I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm officially old.
I'm older than you by
How old
far.
are you?
You're the youngest
young.
one here, Jerrold.
Wait, how old are you, Tom?
I'm turning 60 in a couple of months.
No, for real?
Yeah.
God damn, you look great for 60.
Hey, fat don't crack.
It's horrible for 50, but for 60, God. And Doug, you must be what, 111?
That's right. That's right. I remember Henry Ford. He calls me up. He goes, Doug, I need an idea. How about you put a motor in the car?
Doug, how old are you? I need to know.
65. Oh, I'm gonna be 65, and actually I'm gonna be eligible for Medicare in a few days. So
Nice.
It's the end of the month.
That you have officially had every single thing up your asshole. Everything. Cameras, pets.
I shouldn't say
doctors.
this, but honestly, it was only the 17 times. I mean, I've never had that done.
Nice. So
People I know I'm being stupid, but I do not want.
Have you ever had a colonoscopy?
No, I haven't. That's what I'm saying. I
Really?
know it's wrong. I've tried to do it myself with my electrician's friend little camera. He doesn't know.
He's got a DSLR.
He doesn't know about it.
Tom, what about you? You've ever had a colonoscopy?
I've had 2.
Nice.
I had a bout with what do you call? Spastic colon. What do they call it now?
Spastic colon.
They call it a Tom Mangelli.
IBS.
Oh, you got a. No, you got a Tom Mangelli. Oh no.
Sounds like your asshole puckering before going to a bathhouse. Spastic colon.
It sounds, Jerrold, if you're close by when that's happening, I swear it sounds like you're hearing opera.
Yeah, it's anaphylactic. Anaphylactic. That's what.
Anaphylactic.
So Doug, how did you manage to miss the whole things in your booty hole? How did you had to get some kind of
The doctor told me I should get it, and I never did it.
Okay, so you just decided to be anti-establishment. I got you there. Right now, there could be mushrooms and Smurfs growing in your ass, as far as
it's happened very well. I hope the mushrooms are taking, because I've been nurturing them for months.
So there's a delicious,
and it's not easy getting the fauna right. So mushrooms bloom.
Doug,
you know what I'm saying?
My hero, Doug, said, you know what? Screw all that. I'm just gonna, whatever happens, happens. I like that. That.
The problem is coming up with a name that'll be honest.
See?
In a track. Tom, he's been working on it. I said they should be called.
What?
Doug is getting into his nasty side right now, Tom, and he's trying his hardest.
Oh, I know, yeah.
He's fighting.
I said they should be called Doug's anal mushrooms. And Tom said, no, Doug. Yes. I think, I was a marketing major. I don't think those would. I'm sorry, people. I don't know. It's got to be Jerrold's fault.
He has come to the dark side, Tom. I knew I'd get him there.
Welcome to the dark side.
He thought he was going to be.
I'm going to cut that part out.
Welcome, son.
Cut that part out.
It was that second bourbon.
Yes, I love it. We are really reaching a new era in our friendship, Doug. I've always waited for you to talk sketchy.
Tom and I were talking about guests that we love on the show, people that we can just say anything to, and the conversation will keep on moving, and it's funny. And then there's you.
Yes. I am a roadblock. I'm that piece of your conscience that it usually says, Doug, don't say that. Don't say that, Doug. But tonight it's saying, you know what? Mushrooms in the asshole sounds funny. Let's use it. Let's do it. Go. Feed him. Feed me, Doug. Feed me all that nastiness that you. And Tom's already.
So the one show my girlfriend is going to watch will be this one.
Let's talk about that.
And I'm going to have some splaining. To do. It was a bourbon, honey. It was the bourbon. And Jerrold Benford. You know what those black comics are like. We didn't say you were black. Did we say you're black?
Yes.
Because we do this as a podcast. People can't see you. So I don't know if they would know.
Look, is this the same girl you were dating before COVID?
Yes.
Hey, look at you, Doug, you little whore. I love this. See, Tom, he don't need to get no colonoscopy. He's got a built-in colonoscopy.
Honey, check that again. We did that 10 minutes ago. Yeah. I think something might have gotten in there.
See, there we go. Right. He only goes to the doctor to get things removed from the ass, not to get it checked.
Hey, leave the gerbils out of this.
Mr. Max, yes. You just left my office. I'm looking for my keys.
Yeah, there's nothing like Doug pulling that string out and there's no gerbil attached to it. I love it.
You know, who was it on our show that said I should be more blue, Tom?
You should.
Who was it that said why?
Everybody.
Why is that?
Because it's in you. It's in you, and you're stifling a part of you that would just open up so much. There's just a deep, dark devil in there that needs to come out.
Oh yeah.
Well, listen, I'm closely associated with the genocide of Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
No, I've got that connection.
I know this. This is
my father was a slave.
Look, Tom, we got to be like a therapist. Doug, if you don't let this out, you're going to be wearing your girlfriend as a jacket. So right now,
and put the lotion in the basket.
We need to get this energy out of you. Let it out. Whatever's
it is a conflict though, Jerrold. It's a conflict between wanting to have an authentic partnership with a real person and a real partnership, and
that reflates every night.
Have someone, and have somebody that'll call 911 when I kick off.
That's important. You got to have somebody that.
What's Tom gonna do? Joey, press the other button. No, not that one. The one to.
Oh, I know I'm going to be found dead someday, and the cat will have eaten my face by the time I'm found.
No, Tom will be fine. That little Indian woman that gets his laundry every morning will come to his hotel room and she'll find him dead early. He won't sit there and fester for weeks.
Actually, Jerrold, you're absolutely right. I'm at a motel. I'm in between apartments. I'm moving this weekend.
Nice.
And I'm looking for some muscle to help me if you're not doing anything Sunday.
Oh, Tom.
Hey, look. Hey, Tom, channel 2 is the porn channel.
Not that muscle.
You got to keep up with them because they keep playing the same VHS movie over and over again. You got to tell them to put another tape in. I know the script to this one.
Tom, can you
ever watch a murder mystery porn, Doug, and actually try to figure out who the killer is?
I have never seen. I watch a lot of murder mysteries. So if they were naked, now I'm seeing Peter Falk naked. One more thing. One more thing. Hey,
Jerrold,
is that a salsitza?
Jerrold, for me, the Food Network is porn.
That's porn. I've heard that before.
Porn on the cob.
Definitely, as I've gotten older, food is definitely.
I bet.
I got a urinary tract infection from a steak I had one time. I just couldn't.
Oh, that's not where they go.
Damn seasoning.
Yeah, that's not where they go.
You gotta watch the seasoning.
Was it a tube steak?
Oh, look, Doug's coming and we're gonna have it on tape, or whatever the hell we call it nowadays.
I've been
say something shady. Tom, he's gonna say something shady he's never said before tonight before this is over. All right, here's a question for you, Doug. If you could make love to any dinner food, what food would you make love to?
Well, when I was on J-Date, I used to joke around an awful lot with herring with sour cream and onion sauce, but I would not really make love to herring.
Okay. Well,
I love prime rib. I love prime rib, but I believe that my protestations of affection would be unrequited. Okay. So I'm going to go with broccoli, Jerrold.
Broccoli.
I'll figure something out. I'll figure something out.
Very.
Hey, that. What are you? Oh, that floret looks like Richard Nixon.
No, you can't. No, Doug, you need some food with some substance. Like, come on. How about a nice hunk of challah bread? You can bang the shit out of some challah bread. Make it challah, Doug. Make that bread challah.
Gerald,
it's solid.
You know,
bang up broccoli.
I'm actually pretty mechanically minded, and one thing you obviously have not tried challah, because when you do that, challah is so moist and tender inside. It just makes the opening bigger and bigger and bigger.
Tom,
so it doesn't work. Now, my friend in the auto shop, he told me what to do. He told me how to do it with food. He goes, Doug,
I gotta hear this.
You get a cantaloupe. And you cut a hole in it, and you put it in the microwave. Now,
you put it in the microwave, and then you got the.
So he did not tell me that the seeds really are sharp and retain an incredible amount of heat. So, you want to let it. What's the word? Safe.
You want not simmer. You want to let it just cool down a little bit.
You want to let it slake.
Okay. Doug always using unnecessary big words. Just say, just cool down.
But afterwards, you can use it as a birdhouse.
Of course you can.
Can you use a cantaloupe as a birdhouse?
Doug,
you could.
You use too many big words. I bet your sex talk game is
birdhouse.
Oh yeah, can you imagine Doug's pillow talk?
Oh, it's got to be horrible. He's using all these big words like slate and whatever the hell else he's talking about.
Yeah,
slake is from MASH. I learned slake from Radar, who read a dirty poem about some breasts and slaking. But it turns out that if either of you idiots ever made grout or mortar, you would know that the instructions say, let it slake for 15 minutes.
Right. See, Tom, look.
It's a word. It's on a bag of cement. I'm not like
He uses the sexual organ professional names. He uses the doctor names.
Yeah.
Mr. Big Dougie.
Doug, you're supposed to just say, you know what words to say. I'm going to be nice on your podcast. I'm not going to say the words, but you better not be saying vaginal passage and shit. You say that.
Doug's goal is to have the highest points in Scrabble as he talks.
Oh, Doug is a Scrabble-aholic, but you can't do it in the bedroom.
Gerald, there's a show on like Discovery. I don't know if it's called something Passages, like maybe International Water. Anyway, it's a travel thing. I think you could host a show called Vaginal Passageways, and it would be an exploration, and you could have different guests on every. I'd be the first guest, and you could, you'd like, we're still looking, nothing yet. It'd be like opening up Al Capone's treasure chest. Every week you'll never know what you'll find.
Doug, I'm over here looking at synonyms for the word penis to see what you probably would say to your girlfriend during sex.
Oh, he would say phallus.
Phallus. Doug, that was number one on the list. Doug would be like, I'm sending you a phallic picture.
A phallic photo.
No.
That would be your super.
Come on. Superpower. Are you kidding me? You think I would do that? I'd make a poster.
No, you wouldn't send a dick pic. You would send a phallus pic. You would send a give me some more words. Give me.
No, I'm perfectly comfortable saying penis.
Penis.
When I need to talk about
it. As often as you can.
Penis is something that you put back in your pants when you're in public and you're wearing a trench coat. Put away your penis.
Back in the pants. Back in the pants.
We got it.
Back. Okay, I'll try to remember.
Stuff it back.
I will try to remember.
Stuff your manhood.
There's so many rules. There's so many rules. How are we supposed to keep track of all of them?
You just got to loosen. I bet your girlfriend would lose her mind if we should do like some Cyrano de Bergerac and you call me and put
let me lick that thing, baby. Oh, let me lap it up. Oh, you love it. You love it.
Then, and I'll do all the talking. Sad to say, we are going to have a camera set up in the room.
Gerald, we're going to do a dramatic recreation. I am going to play the role of Tom, I'm sorry. I'm going to play the role of my girlfriend. Tom will play the role of me. You whisper in his ear what to say to me, and I will react as my girlfriend.
All right. First of all,
and scene.
The first thing Doug/Tom would do after undressing would be apologize. So we'll start off with, it may not be big, but the bills are getting paid, bitch. That's the first thing you say. Right? Am I on point so far, Doug?
Hey, Tom, start it
So
off.
far, so good.
Start it off.
Say that to Doug's girl.
Well, I hate to say, but I'm having technical difficulties and I'm having a hard time hearing what you're saying. I'm nodding a lot.
That's exactly what Doug says to her.
That's exactly.
I'm having technical difficulties and I can't hear you. You got me blindfolded. I don't know where you are.
Let's see. What was it? What did I hear the last time? Is that it?
So, Tom, the next thing you're going to say is, what was
he has no idea. He's like a Jerrold. He can't hear. So he's ostensibly a puppet now. We can, stick
my finger up Tom's ass and just direct him.
No, use a broomstick like Iggy,
Hey, I'm Doug Max.
Do you think the dowel? Do you think do you think people that love puppets will tenderly lubricate and massage and cleanse the dowel of the puppet?
Tom.
Yeah.
Are you listening to the new Doug?
I am, and I don't know where this is coming from, to be honest with you.
And Doug has gone to some creepy shit. We were just going to talk some regular guy shit, and he's talking about lubing up puppets. So we have,
because he couldn't hear us. I thought he couldn't hear us, so I thought we could. He's ostensibly a puppet. He's just a pretty face, the Tom Mangelli puppet head.
No. We're opening up some Jeffrey Dahmer here on you, Doug. I like this. We got puppets and
why? Okay, so seriously, I've not been. I'm disgusting. I acknowledge that. I don't use bad words when I do comedy, so I can be disgusting, but acceptable to a nice class of people, but I can still be disgusting. I'm giving a dog an orgasm, for God's sakes, although that's a joke that I'm still doing, and thus I'm a lousy comic, according to you. But anyway.
But I'm very proud of you tonight, Doug. Like we've really leveled up on who you are and who you could be. Now, Tom right now needs to pay that man. He needs to pay that Indian dude, Habib, or whatever his name is. You need to pay him his $42 so you can get back in that room. Not actually Tom back in his room until he paid $42. There's an Indian dude over there with a horrible shirt, some brown slacks, and some cheap sneakers, standing in front of Tom's door. Won't let him
No. No 42. No room key.
42.
No 42. No key.
No nothing. You nasty too. We know what you do in your room, Tom.
I came outside.
Pay that man his $42. Huh?
I came outside because I'm picking up the Wi-Fi of the business across the street.
Oh, he just ghetto. He ghetto, Doug. And look at Doug's comfortable surroundings over there. Doug is chilling over here. Doug, look.
I'm a good partner.
He got his Social Security money coming in, don't he, Tom?
No, I don't. I haven't started collecting it yet.
What are you waiting for? You're 65.
Yeah.
Doug is still getting his anti-Social Security.
That's it. Did you get your reparations, Doug?
They were horrible to us. Give us some money.
Playable. Where's the old lady at today?
Huh?
Where's the old lady at today?
She has she lives in a townhouse about 45 minutes south of here.
Nice. She's just far enough away that you can always have an excuse not to go visit. She is just far. If she was 30 minutes away, you got to go. 45, an extra 15 minutes, you'd be like, babe, I'm just gonna stay in. My prostate is acting up again. I'm pissing in my right pocket again.
I'm not massaging it again, Doug.
She's not massaging. She's got to go up there, 2 fingers up and reach around and get everything so Doug can pee normal again. Tired of peeing, waking up with the top of his shirt wet.
I heard a comic do a wonderful joke about trying a golden shower with his wife.
Nice.
And he goes through the whole scene. I don't know if it was Seymour Swan. It might have been. It sounds like him. And he goes through the whole scene, and then his wife wakes up. And
That's my joke, you idiot.
is that you?
That's my joke.
Are you kidding? Maybe somebody stole it from you. I remember hearing that like 8 years ago,
You
Jerrold.
heard it from me 8
I
years
love
ago.
that joke. Then
That's old.
I always ruin other
Oh
people's.
God, Tom, what am I working with here?
So what's the joke? She wakes up and you're like, honey, what happened? You peed all over yourself.
You said it horribly, but yes, you're on track. I have a more pressing question because I'm getting older and you guys are already older. Which one of you guys farts with no control over it all? One of you two farts with no control. Who does that?
That'd be me.
It's okay, Tom. So you just walk in and it just comes
Yeah,
right.
it's gotten to the point where I don't even make excuses anymore. I just pretend I don't hear it.
Yeah, Doug, you haven't reached that stage yet?
I do not fart, Jerrold. I just want the audience to know that.
All right.
That's not, I'm OCD. I'm very clean.
Yeah, I can see you being OCD because that place is clean. I bet if I went over there and moved that plant a little bit to the right, your whole night be ruined.
Doug Karpf was on our show, and I told him the story that the first time I met him at his open mic, I sat down at the table. He was very welcoming, round table, and it had a salt shaker, dispenser in the center with the napkin. And it was like in the perfect center of the table. And I moved it to take out my portfolio to write. He squeezes it like right back, touching my portfolio.
Oh,
and I noticed the way he oriented that he had OCD in him. So I twisted 15 degrees to one side when he's talking to somebody else.
Tom, he said
I did that like 2 or 3 times.
And he meant 15 degrees. That's
I got out. Jerrold, tell me something. You don't carry a protractor when you go out in public? Are you kidding me?
I carry it only.
There's an app.
I have a different reason for carrying a protractor, but not the same reason you do. Use it.
Honey, hang on. Wait until it gets to 65. Then we're good.
65. All I want is a recliner with a built-in toilet seat. That's all I want when I'm 65. I want to be able to shit without getting up.
I meant 65 degrees.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
65 degrees. That's why you have the protractor. Honey, when it's 65 degrees, we're good to go.
Well, I want to be 65 degrees when I'm 65 years old when I'm shitting in my recliner toilet. Does that make sense?
No, you don't want to. No, you know what you need? You need one of those petty pads, like for the dogs to poop on. Put that under the recliner. Then you're good. You can do anything.
Well,
it's like a tablecloth. It's like a tablecloth, but a diaper at the same time.
Yes. Are you looking forward to the diaper years?
Oh, no.
I've been working on an invention.
It depends.
Yes.
No, I'm working on a better invention. So imagine a cigar tube, okay? That shape. But imagine that's made out of imagine it's made out of a polyethylene bag. Okay? So it's that kind of shape, and it has a firm rim, a cage around it to hold it firm, and you just stick it up your butt, and when it fills up, it pops out, closes, and you just toss it in the trash. No mess, no fuss, no cleaning.
This is the Doug I'm in love with.
Again, I need a name for it. And we could maybe offer them with a mushroom fragrance.
Everything you do should be Maximum jellies, just toys. Just have a whole little section, a whole merchandise store of disgusting and nasty things.
I came out with a line of.
There's only one thing I want to do. I do want to shit on myself once, just for the experience. Just want to see what it's like. One time.
You'd need to be hanging. How would you do that? You'd need to be lying down in order to be able to poop on yourself, because the poop would otherwise drop down. We can rig up. I've got an inversion table.
I'm gonna take a laxative and I'm gonna dress myself up to be 60. I'm gonna dress up to be Doug, and I'm gonna walk in the mall and I'm gonna go down an escalator and I'm gonna shit all on the escalator.
I am going to make sure my phone is charged, and I will be happy to videotape that.
Oh, you're gonna be there with me. We're gonna.
Okay.
My YouTube channel is gonna be popping.
Okay.
Both of you gonna be there with me.
I think we should have a. I think we should have a.
I'm doing it.
I think we should have a song or something.
We're gonna be together. We're gonna walk the mall. You're gonna have no clue.
Tom, you're gonna be our protection. Okay? Can you walk along and look tough?
I can look tough. Walking's the problem.
Walking's the problem.
Hey, who's that guy with the walker? That's our security. Don't mess with him.
I think it would be funny if Tom shit on himself. We should do that. That would be, I'm telling you, my YouTube channel will pop if you're willing to take one for the team, so to speak, down.
Okay, so let's go back to this conversation about why you think blue is better as a concept.
No, blue is not better. I mean, do your thing, whatever you want to do. I just always feel that sometimes there's a part of you that just wants to snap out every now and then.
Yeah.
You know how they
I can't tell people what I think, Jerrold, because nobody would like me. So
you just told me about hand fucking a puppet. I know you're creepy. So,
don't let that stop you. Nobody likes you now.
Doug, I think you should have one show every month, one blue show a month. Do all your clean stuff, but one show is dedicated to opening this brain up. All this other compartment. See, all this is compartmentalized over here. Can't talk about this, can't do this, shouldn't bring up that. This one little compartment needs to be the real Doug.
You know something? I hear you, and I kind of agree with you. But again, you know, I find humor from that, and so do 15-year-old boys. But I wanna have a relationship with like a real person. Now listen, if I could become a world famous wealthy comedian by doing that, and I suppose it's possible, I'd just say to her, honey, it pays the bills.
Yeah. But you're paying the bills regardless. Forget all that. She doesn't even have to know about this one show a month. Dedicate one show a month to being Doug.
I got a better idea. I got a better idea, guys. Doug should assume a stage name.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Persona and like go to like the Philly market or
the Jewish Joykoff.
And he can be a different person on stage.
Yes.
Nobody would know it.
Do it, Doug. Doug will put a hat on you, put makeup on your lips. You'll be the Jewish Joykoff, and you just say whatever you want. Be the best. And then all of a sudden you build this audience off of being just a pure.
I could be has the angry Jew been taken?
Yeah, I think that's.
What about, I could be the angry atheist.
No, you got to be the Jewish jerk off. You got to be just whatever.
I have to be that.
It's just got to shoot right out without any filter, no nothing. Just comes right out, and you apologize after you say it.
If by chance you should lose your girlfriend, you can always go on to Plenty of Gefilte Fish.
Yes, and the ladies love jerk.
It took me thousands and thousands of emails and literally many hundreds of women that I'd write to find Stephanie.
It took you a lot of
lying
form and rope.
It took me that same letter failed 500 times.
So you know how many women I had to chase through Central Park to find this bitch? She's the only one I could catch. Thank God she had a bad leg. Hey Doug, she ain't going nowhere. You 65 years old. Wait, y'all together. Y'all need each other. Now it takes two 65 years
younger than me. She is younger than me, and she is beautiful.
How old is she?
And she's really good with punctuation. By the way, you talked about it. You didn't know I have a line of sex toys based on punctuation. I was thinking of things that everybody loves, like sex toys and punctuation, and I put them together. So you get, like, you order the period sex toy. It looks like a period. It's a big ball. You figure something to do with it, right?
It's a red ball.
You know what I'm talking about?
We've been getting some complaints about the ellipsis, the three balls together. You know?
See, now I'm getting it, Tom. See, It's just the fact that the only reason Doug can't go blue is because it doesn't sound just regular blue. It sounds like he should be in that same cell that Hannibal Lecter was in. You know, when you go down there and the guy's throwing semen at you, Doug's in the next cell next to
Sex
that
toys
guy.
and punctuation. How do you get the Hannibal Lecter from
He's
that?
sitting down there with a
These are just
question mark
simple,
and
basic.
the puppet lubed up. That's Doug. Like, oh my God, this guy's
Jerrold, there are a lot of people that really care about proper punctuation and clear communication, and I happen to be one of them. And there are plenty of people that are unsatisfied with their relationship or the vegetables at the market, and they're looking for something unique.
So they need 2 parentheses and you in the middle. There you go, right there.
The parentheses actually have been selling a lot better since they've been doing more of these Peroni commercials.
No, you do best with the question mark. You do best with the question mark. We've
had a few complaints about that because the hook is a little,
no, it hangs from
I don't want to go into we have to make it out of a softer material so you can get it out. It led to some questionable practices.
So I'm going to say that after hearing Doug talk, we're going to keep him all on the clean stuff.
Yeah.
He scares me.
Doug, go back to jerking off dogs.
His parole officer won't let him go blue.
He sounds like if he was a killer, he'd be like the English teacher killer. Like he would leave like a sentence, a properly structured sentence at every crime scene.
He'd stab you with a dangling participle.
Exactly.
He used the word slave. Perhaps this
every kill would have like an exclamation point. Question mark. Like he struck again.
The hand is stuck in some concrete that looks like it was well slaked.
Yes. Doug would just kill people who have bad grammar. So that's how they would actually catch him. They would have a guy that just speaks horribly.
Jerrold, can I tell you something?
To murder him.
Can I tell you something? I'll put the apostrophe where you like it.
I bet you put that apostrophe right in there. You'll fit it even if it doesn't go in there. I got your contraction. Here's your contraction. Cannot.
That's one of my, you reminded me, it's like not really a joke, but I tell people it is. I've concluded a number of times by saying, oh, I had such a great time with you. I wish I had more time for you. I wanted to tell you a joke I wrote about modern day sexual perversions when I started dating.
See,
after 20 years.
Modern day sexual perversion.
Yeah, I wrote an entire joke about it called That Doesn't Go There.
That doesn't go there. Yeah, that sounds like an off-Broadway play. Should be a play. That doesn't go there. Ouch.
Who put the comma in the?
There you go. See, Doug,
in the wrong place again. The wrong place again. The wrong. That comma doesn't go there. It's an independent clause.
Independent play that doesn't go there, starring Doug Max and his puppet. Help me. I'm not really a puppet.
Hey, baby.
It's going to be a hit.
I'll separate your independent clauses.
This is going to be your best podcast because this is one that everybody gets to go, oh my God.
We had a really great,
Doug.
You've got it. Last week was Rich Carucci, and that was a great show.
I love Rich Carucci.
Yeah, and he's hard to beat.
Did he get you into all this nasty talk? Is that what
no, but Rob Epple tried to convince me to be dirty. You know?
Yeah. I think if you did it, I think it'd just be like it.
You know something? 2 comics that I love and I respect.
Ooh.
Give me advice, you and Rob.
I just want to be there. I want to be there. To do it. Right, Tom? Tom, you want to be there when Doug's on the stage.
Jerrold, I'm going to send you an invite and say, Jerrold, I'm performing at blah, blah, blah bar in blah, blah, blah town, 9 o'clock. Yeah, please come. Yeah, Doug. Okay, I'll try, man.
If it's straight blue, if it's straight nasty talk, I'm
Jerrold, I'm wearing a Jewish jockstrap and I'm planning on pooping on the stage.
No, you ain't. No, I just want the Jewish joke off. The Jewish Joikoff, the Jewish joke off.
So I'm talking to my financial advisor and jerking off, you know.
And you just go after the crowd. What the fuck are you laughing at? Look at you. Look at you. If you were one of me, I would hope you was in an oven. Like,
hey, if you were bitter looking, hey, I heard that.
it'd be a nasty, just one show, Doug, and just yes, that guy was fucking.
Jerrold, I think this was probably it. I feel like it's catharsis.
Yes.
I feel
I think
free.
we need to liquor him up before his shows.
Oh yeah, We're gonna definitely get some Everclear because I heard that has no taste, and we'll put that in his iced tea.
You know, I've done it a few times, and it messes up my diction. I don't want to spit on people. You know,
that's what she said. So all right, so we're gonna get you something. We're gonna get you a little bit loose, and then we're gonna put on Doug, Tom, what are we gonna? We need a hat. The Jewish Joykoff needs like a.
No,
hat.
I'm not going with that name. You want to come up with a serious? You want to come up with another name for me? I'll entertain it. Like my friend, I don't know. You speak Spanish at all? In the auto shop, you know, a lot of them speak Spanish, and I heard them call me Morty Cohen. I don't hear that well. It turns out they were saying maricón, which is Spanish for gay. I don't know what it translates
Spanish for gay, maricón.
Maricón. But I heard Morty Cohen. So I could go up on as Mary Cohen and wear a dress and be good.
No, I think the Jewish jerk off is the one. That's the one. And honestly, nobody will know it's you, Doug, because we all know how sweet you are. You're a sweet, beautiful human being, but we need that alter ego.
You know what you need, and you made me realize it, and it's something I've really put off my entire comedy career, and I'm serious. I did it.
What's that?
I don't know the allure, but Tom knows. He's heard me talk about it.
Okay, what is that?
Wanting to perform as Diana Ross.
Diana Ross
doing stand-up.
It's boring. I've done that before. It's horrible. It's not what it's cracked up to be.
But I will be, but as opposed to you only changing your gender, I will be also changing my race. So I will
I performed as Dennis Ross.
There you go. You're wrong, but there you go. But okay, so Doug, I want this to happen. I want this to be a real thing. And I think we have enough comedic support of comedians that know you that would love to see the alter.
Yeah, because they'd want to laugh at me, like be stupid and humiliate myself wearing a pink sequin pencil dress, pretending to be Diana Ross. And acting like I'm seriously trying to do it. And I would do it well. And people would laugh. And then that's all that they would talk about. And it would be, oh, the guy that's dressed up in blackface as Diana Ross, is that the same guy that jerked off the dog? What's wrong with that?
No.
You think I'm getting on late night? Well, tell me about the guy. Well, let's keep on looking.
Make it on to Jimmy Fallon. He can make it on Jimmy Fallon. You come up there, you got your hat cocked.
Hey, everybody, I'm the Jewish jerk off here. Let me get this thing out. Hey, you got any lube over there?
You can do unspeakable things to bagels.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You supply the locks.
Hello, friends. This is Marty Cohen. Let me show you something you can do with locks. I bet you never thought about before.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch carefully.
You be just ill. And the crowd is, this dude, did y'all see the Jewish jerk off? JJ? Hashtag JJ. He's fucking hilarious.
So who wants to smear?
Can I tell you something? And maybe I'm wrong about it, Jerrold, but I honestly believe that it would be very easy for me to go up and just be filthy and disgusting and get laughs.
But you got to be talented, though. You can't just go up and say,
no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Don't misunderstand me. I just want to go up and be filthy and disgusting and get laughs. And I know I could do that. That would be like easy. All you have to do is go up and be filthy and disgusting. So I'm looking this woman, this woman, and she turns around and she looks at me and she's like, hey, do I know you? And I say, shut up. The rabbi's in the middle of his sermon.
Exactly.
Don't give me any of your lip.
He's like the Dead Sea down there. Like literally float on top of it. You just
nobody likes.
You can literally float on this.
I know you can.
Yeah. But if you're a woman listening, you might not want to go in because it can be very stingy. It's like 28% mineral.
Doug knows. Doug's vagina still hurts from the last time he went.
Oh, Jerrold, it was horrible. I had to keep on rinsing off with distilled water.
He's so nasty. See,
And I
Tom,
didn't know how to say distilled in Hebrew.
this man could make Jeffrey Dahmer go, "Hey, get this guy out of my cell." That's scaring me.
Okay, I'll confess. There were 17 more you don't know about.
You got to be fearful of a guy who can talk about puppets, punctuation, and the Dead Sea.
And jerking off dogs.
Disgusting. Jerking off dogs, I didn't hear that part.
Oh,
And
really?
for people that aren't aware of Jerrold performing, Jerrold will go up in front of, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you are, when you are, what you're doing, whatever. He, no holes barred.
That's right. And then I can't even say two words nasty in front of my kids. I'm like,
I don't even know if you know what's going on. Well,
I don't
clearly,
have any language like that around here.
clearly, Jerrold is not entirely aware of what's going on when he's doing performance because he's so into it. But he gets a wonderful audience reaction.
That's one of the things that people like about Jerrold is he's always in the present when he's on stage.
Yeah, and right then, of course, he disappears from the
except for now.
Yeah.
I gotta get this fixed.
No, and you know something, we've talked to other comics about that too, the act of bravery to let yourself go. And
yes,
and that's something that I admire in Jerrold, even though
thank you.
You know, it made me want to ban him from our show forever.
We had a good show the last time.
We had a great show.
Tom, you were virtual.
So you ruined it for our Jewish person.
Tom, are you Italian?
I am Italian on both sides. I'm 100% olive oil.
Both ass cheeks are Italian.
Yes.
Italian.
My parents come from the old country, Hoboken.
Hoboken. Now, what part of Italy are you from?
Well, my grandparents are from Naples, Rome, a town called Bari.
Okay.
And
Bari.
And Bari.
Are you going to let the Jewish guy tell you how to pronounce your
Because my ex was Italian. I've been to Italy more times than Tom. And I've been to Bari.
This is true.
Oh, damn you, Doug.
That's how.
I've never been to Italy. I've never been to Italy. In fact, I've never even been to Little Italy. I don't fit.
He's a mess.
Jerrold, what about you? How far back can you trace your family background?
1971 when I was born.
We found him on the stoop. He seemed nice.
Not easy.
It's like Moses.
Not easy.
Moses, he was in a basket of reeds floating by in the gutter on 47th Street in Maine.
Yeah. There you go.
And you were raised by your Jewish grandmother.
I was raised by Mr. Drummond with my brother Willis.
What you talking about, Jerrold? So seriously though, do you have are you aware of any old country, as it were? Have you done any genealogy kind of stuff?
No, I haven't. I was planning on doing it, but I forgot.
Well, Jerrold, I've done a little research on you.
What'd you find out?
So I wish I had known we were going there. I would have written up a little fake background. Your great grandfather was.
Well, if you could just pay for it for me, I can get all the information.
Okay, well, I would, Jerrold, except I don't want to have anything to do with your DNA because I just know you're going to give it the wrong way.
I love it. Tom, did you hear how he said DNA? Didn't it sound creepy? I love hearing Doug talk, and everything sounds.
I said DNA. I didn't say,
But when you say it, it sounds creepy.
Yeah.
It does DNA.
definite unmarked van and duct tape.
Yes. There is you're not allowed near schools. You're on a CSI list somewhere.
My kids thought I was a pedophile. Because we'd go to a playground and I'd be talking to the other kids because they're more interesting than adults. And the kids already, my kids at 4 and 5 and 6 have learned don't talk to strangers. So we're in a playground. I'm talking to kids, and my kids are seeing my dad's a stranger talking to kids. Oh my God!
Okay. This was a long time ago.
Long time ago. My kids are.
If you got 3 and 4 year olds,
no, they're 26 and my God, they're 26 and 28, Jerrold.
Isn't that crazy? Wow. Damn, you had your kids late in life. I got a 22-year-old.
I put them off, but I'm 65.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm an old man.
That wasn't nice of you, Doug. By the time grandkids come, you'll be shitting everywhere. Won't know who the hell you talking to.
What are Jerrold's grandkids here for again?
They're gonna be like, Granddaddy is dead in that chair. What was that movie? That was The Great Outdoors, when they went and saw the oldest man. As you, Doug.
So something? It's funny though. Think of it. I remember talking to this was like 10 years ago. I was talking to my 97-year-old uncle just before he died. And we were talking about his like grandfather or great grandfather's car, which was a Cadillac. He was Balzer at the time. It's a baller. So I said, Uncle Lester, what Cadillac, what model Cadillac? He goes, Cadillac. He remembered back when there was a Cadillac. That was the model. And I'm just thinking, what are the things you're going to be telling your grandkids before when you're on your, you're going to roll back. I was born in 56. The first things I remember were like Fred Flintstone and Lucy. I Love Lucy. And
I remember when some of these Black comedians weren't even allowed to be in the shows.
Yeah.
I remember the Beatles being vilified because Lennon said they were more popular than Jesus Christ.
They were bigger than Jesus,
which is probably, factually true.
Mm-hmm. Doug will be talking about when it used to be 15 commandments versus 10.
I did a joke about that. I did a joke about a revisionist 10 commandments. They ought to update them. Like, like instead of coveting your neighbor's wife, the commandments should be updated for the modern lingo. It should be
converting your neighbor's
don't
wife.
Tap that bitch.
Don't tap that ass. Don't tap it. Hey, that's one of the songs, and that doesn't go in there.
Okay.
Don't tap that bitch.
Thank you.
That
doesn't go in there. Don't tap that bitch.
You gotta hope. See, the soundtrack is coming to life.
Hey,
now.
Look, it fits.
There you go. See? And you and the puppet and the Black Sea.
Gotta get we have to get Iggy. We have a problem because we have a friend who is he's a friend. And never mind what he is. But he has a puppet. Never mind what he is. He has a puppet. And we want to get, Tom and I have been wanting to get the puppet on, but the puppet has to be carried by this guy.
You can take the puppet. You don't need him.
It's awkward to ask to, because we know that when you ask the puppet to come on, the guy's going to be on,
I'm going to get you a puppet. You can do whatever you want with it.
I've already got plans.
Doug, it comes with that book, Ventriloquism for Dummies.
I just want to take care of the wood. I'll
Sure,
varnish
there you
it.
go.
I think I'll lightly sand it with like a 120 and then go down to a 200 and I'll vacuum it
Tom,
off.
are you listening, Tom?
And then I'm going to take a what do they call it? A lint rag, not a lint rag. There's another name for it, but I'm going to wipe it off with turpentine, lightly damp turpentine.
Then Tom,
then I'm going to slowly dip it into a gallon can of polyurethane, which
He's going to relish the polishing part.
And then I'm
I'd rather him sit his ass on top of Pinocchio's nose and tell him a lie.
Let it drip off.
Lie to me, Pinocchio. Lie to me.
The check's in the mail. The check's in the mail.
Tom, what should my puppet look like?
Huh? I want it to look like you. I want it to be like custom made to look just like Doug, and little Doug Max, and just I am
You mean Niles? You mean Niles Crane?
No, he's going to be that creepy puppet from Twilight Zone. It's going to start off where Doug is controlling him, and at the end of the episode, the puppet's hands up your ass.
You know what? I'm going to get a puppet that looks like Tom.
There you go.
And I'm going to do his material.
Real Maximon Jelly.
And my act will be Tom doing his material. I'll do, because I know his set. So no sense in me doing my comedy.
You can crawl up Tom's ass and just control everything.
Oh, man.
And he could drive to the venues. I don't have to carry a suitcase in. That's brilliant, Jerrold.
Jump right inside of Tom and control him like a bioroid.
Tom, listen, you got a pair of pants you can do without for a week or two? I've got a buttonhole attachment on my sewing machine. I want to do something for you.
I got enough reasons to wake up screaming, guys. I don't need
There you go. This thing is really going off the rails here. Doug's gonna have a conversation with himself after. He's like, "Why did I let this guy in all this nastiness?"
But beware what you unleash, Jerrold.
Exactly. That's what I said. We are treading on some new territory here, Tom.
I'm not taking the collar off you, Tom.
Yeah.
So, Jerrold, I gotta say, my measure of how good a show is always how quickly it goes.
There you go.
And if they say time flies when you're having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we started this like last Tuesday. I'm kidding.
It's been a while.
I think we're near our allotted time. We're
at our
there, but I guess before we go back to you guys, I think you've totally shifted my demographic. Now everybody, yes. I'm sorry. Yes. Now that one person that loved me isn't going to love me anymore. And
now we have 35 new. Listen.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now the 35 new people.
Max, and they're going. This guy can get wild.
Yeah, and I'm going to be looking at these fans, and I'm like, oh my God, did that person just poop on the hood of their car? Ugh.
Hey, Tom, you know who Doug has become? Did you ever see the movie Old School?
Yeah.
He's Will Ferrell.
That's right.
I never
That's
saw
right.
that
He's
movie.
going to the quad, no clothes on. Yeah, that's what you became, Doug.
I'm good friends with the first streaker from Summit High School.
Nice.
But I couldn't do that.
But you could now.
I was embarrassed. First of all,
the Jewish Joy-Con could do it.
First of all, we had to take showers in public, and this is something personal, Jerrold, but there were a lot of black guys in my high school, and we were showering together, and I realized I had a really, really tiny penis. So I did not want to go streaking. No, it was later that I learned that if you rub it, it gets bigger. I didn't know that at the time.
See where we're going here, Tom? See where we're going? We have entered the Doug zone.
No, we call this the Douglam zone. A friend of mine once called me up. He goes, Doug, I want to invite you to a birthday party of mine, but my wife wanted to address the envelope formally. Is your name really Douglas? I go, no, it's Douglam.
Hey, Tom, when Doug listens
I'm back.
He's not gonna want to post this. He's gonna be like, damn, what did I do? Who is that talking there? Tiny penis.
I can't hear you.
What is wrong with
Good.
Tom need to get out of that motel.
Jerrold, you know something? Honestly, I think I began by saying the comics that we have on, that just make the show flow no matter what, no matter where we go and ride with it, just make a great show. And that is you. And all the other comics we've had on suck, except for Bobby Gaines. He's pretty funny.
Bobby Gaines is my man.
And Mike Egan.
And
he's better than you.
I want you to invest.
Buddy Flip was also pretty funny.
Invest in Tom Mongelli getting a place where he actually has real Wi-Fi. Okay. Tom is really a good friend, and he's been really supportive. He's a sweet guy.
And when he told me he was moving into that motel, and he asked for quarters, I sent them like $20 worth of quarters. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing with them.
He's got one of those beds, the little shaky beds. You got a shaky bed, Tom?
Yeah.
He's got that little
They
quarter
don't
bed.
ask for a lot here.
He got the little shaky bed and channel 2 porn. Ain't nothing wrong with the. He got bed bugs and a.
I don't know how old I was, but there was a time when whatever channel cable we got, there was porn on it, but it was on a scrambled channel.
It was all scrambled, and
I don't know if I was 15 or 16 flipping through, and all of a sudden I'm like, I ran into that 1 second of unfuzzy porn.
Yeah,
and Jerrold, I could spend like 2 hours waiting for that thing to defrag again or whatever it does. But you know, I grew up with, and I heard other comics or other people admit this. I'm older than you. In my day, porn was the Sears catalog.
Yeah, I came
It's
from
embarrassing.
All that.
It's embarrassing.
I'm jerking off. Projector porn.
I'm jerking off to like pliers. Wow.
See, this is Doug.
And the lawnmowers. You know wow, 2 horsepower in that baby.
Yeah. Anywhere there was a woman, you was getting it in. You be reading your mama's red book. And some woman down there planting a flower. You be plant that flower, plant it. And you sit on the toilet, and everybody be like, "Hey, you ever coming out, Doug?" And Doug be like, "I'll be out in a minute." And then you just, and then Mama try to read the Sears magazine, and all the women's section is stuck. It's one big page. You're nasty, Doug, but I love you. I love you. Tom nasty too. Tom's sitting over there not paying that man his $42. You gotta pay that man.
Jerrold, how long have you been doing stand-up?
Too long.
Yeah, okay. That's a good answer.
How long have you been there?
How long, Tom? 8 something years?
Yeah. I think we're going on 9 years.
Might be.
9 years. It goes fast.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And you know, like most comics, I didn't get into it for the money or the fame. Got into it because I have mental problems.
Hey, got into it. You need something to do on Tuesday night. Let me go over here and hang out for a little while.
Yeah.
Let me see this. You know,
how can I give my life purpose? Oh, I know.
Hey, comedy show is 90% penis and 10% female. So
I keep on telling her. I keep on telling her, honey, as soon as the penis is involved, please don't start laughing.
That's it. Let her laugh. It keeps her happy. If you can't get her laughing with a joke, let her laugh with your body.
What are you laughing at? Your penis. Stop laughing at my.
No, let her laugh. Let her. If it's funny, it's funny. You probably can make it move in a different way. Dress it up sometime. Put some googly eyes on it. Have fun. Grow out the locks on the side of your bald hair.
I'm gonna make a little. You know how the Orthodox people have that vest with the tassels. I'm gonna fix up one of those.
Yes. Have a soundtrack. You know those fish that dance when you play music? Train your penis to do that.
I think. Do you think I would be able to, like, just in the dark at the right time? Could I substitute a fish for,
There you go. See, Tom, are you listening?
Oh, Doug. Oh,
there you go.
This is going along swimmingly.
This is going along swimmingly. That's all you need, your girlfriend to walk in the room and you're like, we need to go to the emergency room right now because the dancing fish is stuck.
Did you just stick a herring in me? No, honey, that was a trout.
Exactly. I'm loving this. This is your new act.
Look, and he's not reacting at all.
Tom has been frozen for 40 minutes. Tom is the worst ever.
He'll feel bad. I feel bad for him, but we're wrapping up.
He'll feel bad.
Maybe he'll come back. Listen, I've been wanting to do the show with you, but how do you break up with this guy? He's 400 pounds. He comes after me. I'm like chopped liver, like literally,
Hey, Doug, if he just paid a man $42, man would cut his.
Is that what it takes? Listen, if I get to do a show with you, I'm not paying him the $42.
Well, no $42 for me, but Just
Jerrold, do you have any things coming up you would like to let
I got
people
nothing
know?
coming up.
Nothing coming up. Okay, so Jerrold is available. Imagine if you're listening and you do comedy, imagine he sent you an email with his avails. He's available. Same as
I'm
me.
TikToking.
Same as me, but he's a much more talented comic because he doesn't have the inhibitions that I have.
That's
Maybe I
right.
should drink more when I get up. Maybe I should have like 2 or 3.
They came out tonight, and I'm very proud of you. I want you to know I'm very proud of you tonight. I wasn't expecting this much. I was expecting to get like one dick out of you, one little dick joke, but you have just turned this into pure version.
I've opened. This is my
Yeah,
spiritual
Pandora's box
side.
is open. It's broken.
My
You can't
spiritual
get back
side. Ever since I found out my girlfriend does not listen to the show,
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
But
You need space. You
it
need
could
distance.
be. It could be good for the relationship though, because you could totally surprise it. You know, you
Well,
probably.
I've already worked out.
Are you vanilla? Are you a more vanilla type guy? Are you very laid back with her? She sees this side of you. She says, "Oh, Douglas." If she calls you Douglas, that means it's about to be nasty.
Honey, get the chocolate sauce tonight. No more vanilla.
She gonna do. We dressing up. There's gonna be some pain tonight.
No, it's getting all over the sheet. Stop.
Chocolate.
I gotta wash that.
The only chocolate is when she beat your ass till you shit on the sheets. That's the only thing that's gonna be chocolate in that bed.
Oh my God. Now we have to do another 5 minutes to get that wash, to get that smell out of the show. Oh my God.
Yes.
Let's talk bleach. Let's talk
look,
surfactants.
Look,
Words that Jerrold loves.
Listening to this, you've heard the new Doug. Right now, he's above me. We look like a Brady Bunch episode.
And Jerrold is opening up his line.
Let me show you. Doug, don't move.
And Jerrold is opening up a new line of.
Look, there we go. There we go. Look. It looks like I'm sticking it right in Doug's.
Okay, thank you.
Poop shoot. There we go. We're poop shooting Doug right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that's not that clear.
Doug, take it. Take it, Doug.
Okay.
Take it. You know what I'm saying? Oh. I'm very proud of you tonight, and I'm looking forward to sharing the stage with you.
And our sponsor just sent me an email. Doug, it's been nice working with you. Okay, well, listen.
No more.
You gotta break a few eggs if you want to make an omelet.
Right. No more Dead Sea lube.
Jerrold, listen. We're gonna wrap up. I'm really honored. I really do feel honored that you spent your time with us for the incredible amount of pay that we offer you, which is really nothing. And Jerrold has nothing going on. So please, if you're listening, Jerrold is a wonderful comedian in any environment, even Jewish environment.
Yeah, I've done a lot of shows.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah,
you have. I'm like,
fuck
you. You got a black guy? I'm Jewish. What's wrong with you people? You anti-Semitic? Temple Emmanuel, huh?
I love a woman. I love a Jewish woman.
We've got a good sense of humor. There are a lot of people that many cultures have good, very refined, good senses of humor. Irish people also went through a lot of pain and suffering. Jewish people, I don't know, did blacks go through any suffering? Oh yeah, I guess you did. Still,
a real Jewish woman. I want one whose wig is on crooked, wearing plain black dress and socks and sneakers, brown wig. That's the one I want. Can you introduce me? Are they on J-Date?
Are you listening?
Are they on J-Date? Because I get them. How much is $50 a month?
You're allowed on J-Date. You can go on J-Date.
Huh?
You can go on J-Date.
Black people on J-Date?
There actually are. I ran into some black people on J-Date. I was not interested in him. He seemed very nice. No, there have been black women, and
are they in the religion? Are they like Ethiopian, or are they converted?
There are some. When I was there were many people who were not Jewish.
Nice, but they had the fetish. They got the fetish. I'm telling you.
You know,
it was a rich man.
Where do I go to get a good painter and a plumber? Oh, I know. I'll go to J-Date.
That's what I'm talking about right there. When I moved to New Jersey, one of the first girls I went out with was Spanish, but the third one was Jewish.
Try combining the two together.
Yeah.
And then I think you got something.
She was June-ish.
Listen, if you ever date a Jewish woman, we'll do that Cyrano de Bergerac thing, but
Oh,
I'll be your.
I know all the words. I know a shtickle of Vasa. I know all the stuff. I'm good. I know a whole bunch of.
Yeah, but I'll teach you with the Yiddish accent.
Okay, I can spit all over when I'm talking. It's not a problem. I can stick some cotton balls up my nose and talk like this. I know what to do.
Okay. Do you have a good? Let me hear your Yiddish accent. Let's talk like two old Jews. Jaime, how you doing today?
You don't even sound like an old Jew.
I am an old Jew. I have to sound like an old Jew.
But you've been Americanized, because I did not know you were Jewish when I first met you. And then first, of course, Doug Max.
Really? Because half the comics, they like pulled a little wallet thing out of their out of their wallet with the profiles of Jews, and they'd come up to me and go, "Oh, are you Jewish?"
No, I would never. If I was in Germany in the 40s, I would have totally been like, "Hey, man, keep it moving."
I've told this story before. I went with Watson, the sociopath comic, like 2.5 hours west in Pennsylvania, somewhere stupid. In like a Knights of Columbus or an Elks or something, one of my early shows. And we got there like an hour and a half early, and we're sitting in this big rundown, room.
They always look shitty.
Horrible, yeah, shitty tiles.
Panel.
We're waiting there for like an hour and a half. There are two couples sitting in like the opposite corners of the room, like 50 yards away. Every time I looked up, they were looking at me, and I know they were thinking, Jewish, Italian, I don't like them, but why don't I? They had a hard time. Bigots have a hard time figuring out, why they hate me. They know they hate me, but they have a hard. It's very clear why we hate you.
Exactly.
It's very clear.
But you look like you could. But this is what a lot of Jewish people. Y'all all look like Italian people. It's the same shit.
It's just it's the same kind of neighborhood. We have to have darker skin because the weather was nice. Too nice. We're wandering around in the desert. Because we're men and we don't ask directions. Hey, where's where the promised land is?
Yeah, we're not. You look like an old Italian dude, Doug. You do. You look like you left the mob and now you're sitting around playing checkers in Central Park.
When I went to Italy, I wore sandals with crew socks because sandals without socks make me feel uncomfortable. And my ex would get so pissed off because Italy really cares. Yeah. They have nothing there. So the only thing that they have to show their worth and value is their clothes. So I'm walking around in cargo shorts and sandals with socks in them.
That's what made you look Jewish. I don't know what it is about all my old Jewish white men friends. You all wear the worst sandals and then you put socks on.
I shouldn't be comfortable.
It's like you say, it's like all y'all say to yourselves, how do we keep women forever wanting us? I know, Jesus sandals and socks.
No. The women are looking and saying, wow, that guy is actually wearing sandals with socks.
Yeah.
He must have something going on that he can walk around like he's totally oblivious to doing anything wrong. He must have a boat or a Ferrari or something going on, or a huge penis.
No sense of style. I mean, either one.
It's a trick. You do that, and then women think there's got to be some explanation. Maybe it's a big penis or a lot of money.
I've never seen a woman take that positively. It's the same way men look at Uggs. No man looks at Uggs and goes, God damn. We look at Uggs and go, so
it's all in delivery. It's all in the delivery. But you got to walk. Listen, I know you've got a strut, but an old Jewish guy with sandals and a sock and the right strut, you troll for different. Look, you and I are in different demographics. I want the girl with the punctuation.
I just want to meet one lady that sees a dude in socks and sandals and goes, God damn, I gotta meet him. I want to see that girl. I haven't met her yet. I met a lot of them that it's like catnip.
And they say in 5 seconds, and it's pretty true. And I've learned a lot of things from online dating because I was very experienced with it.
Very
Gerald, I might be able to find my old emails and you could change a word or two, take out splunking and put in,
Splunking. I like that word.
Splunking is a good one. Yeah.
So if I go to J-Date, I'm gonna need some of your old emails, okay?
Vaginal Splunker 22.
How did your co-host just leave the show? He didn't like, hey, I'm gonna be right back or I'm having difficulties. He was just like, it's like if Ed McMahon just got up off the sofa and just said, fuck this. This is the Doug Mack Show.
Funny talk.
Thomas
well, Tom was in the hospital. Tom was in the hospital, and Larry Goldberg was on that show, and I was joking the entire time. He's in the hospital with COVID, and I'm like promoting my new show.
Do you realize that when we did the podcast last time, Tom wasn't there either? He virtually came in. Remember?
That's right. I do remember that.
The world's worst co-host. Like, I don't know if you guys get paid for your podcast, but make sure you're getting paid more. Okay?
Thank you.
You need to restructure the deal. You're Jewish.
We really, sorry, we probably could monetize it. And, I don't know what we could ask for, $1 a person or 25 cents a person or something, but whatever it is, I think it would be embarrassing finding how low we have to price it to get people. I don't want to know. I don't want to know that it's like 7 cents is too high, but we kill it 3. Yeah.
Hey, if it's 3 cents, then goddamn it, you take 2. Okay.
Well, but I will tell you something seriously. When I read this, there was a New York Times article about it early-ish, 2 or 3 months into COVID. And everybody was bemoaning the loss of comedy. And there were a few, and people have talked about Zoom comedy and said they hate it. But there were some people doing Zoom comedy charging $1, but they were getting 500 people coming. And you think of I have friends that produce shows, and I think of you want to get a room filled in New York in a showcase show, you need to invite 20 comics, hope that 12 show up, and hope you get, 30, 40, 50 people is great.
Yeah, you pay $1, the people sitting in their house and you charge $1, everybody will come. You can charge $5.
And that's what you can do on Zoom. And you can't do it.
Zoom shows suck though,
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to listen to this rebroadcast of the Jerrold Benford and Doug Mack show, it'll cost you 3 cents.
Yes,
cash money.
And take Mangeli's name off of it.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Who?
All right, I gotta go anyway. I gotta go.
Jerrold, it's been a pleasure. Once again, Funny Talk has been sponsored by J. Irwin Productions. If you want a comedy show, please write to jack@jirwinproductions.com. Jerrold, you're wonderful. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, my man. Always
good. Be safe. Okay. Tom, we love you. Okay. Tom, I hope you'll come on Jerrold and my show next week.
I don't want Tom coming nowhere near me. All right.
Okay, good. We got that settled. Done. Bye.